Well, there it is. Hi guys, this is WTii and welcome to another WTii fitness vlog. And this is a bold new frontier. Yes, tomorrow I'm going to start my fitness and that means going crazy on it. And to celebrate this, I'm going to basically go off to the hairdressers in about 5 minutes. So I'm recording this just before I'm about to go off and get a wet shave on my head. Now what that means is they will shave it and then they'll use a razor with foam, I assume, and shave off the rest of the shaving. So essentially, I will have the same head that I probably had when I was born. You know, smooth as a baby, I assume. I've never done it before. I've only ever shaved my head, so I've always still had like the hair there, but it was like, you know, obviously shaved down to 1 or 0, whatever the closest was. So this will be different, and that's partly why I'm so zoomed in right now, is because to give you guys as much fun with this, as I know you're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm up there, I'm okay with it. I can put myself in the spotlight and be made fun of. I'm okay with that. I'm putting my face quite close to the camera. At the moment, the way I'm trying to angle it is there. Is what I'm going to do is you're going to get to see in a very, very brief moment what I'm going to look like with my head shaved, because I'm going to come back from the hairdressers and record sitting from this same position here as the camera is as it is, and I'm going to transition it through in the post-processing. So I'm going to take off the headset and in a very brief moment you'll get to see me with a full shaved head. At least I assume. If I come back and finish it, if I come back at all, or maybe I'll just run away if it looks that bad. Who knows? Anyway, here we go. So that's head. Well, there it isn't. Oh my goodness. This feels actually like I need to kick it up a notch and bring it closer. Already, that's the first time I put the headset on since... Wow, that looks weird. Hello! Woo! How we doing, alright? Yeah, having fun? Alright, there you go. There's the transition. And as you can see, I'm a man of extremes. I've always been this way. So it's not really too abstract for me to do something like this and I don't go, wow, what have I done? I just think, yeah. That is what it is. That's just what I do, basically. So, yeah, here we are. This is the most extreme version of head shaving that I've done, though. I did shave my head, like, completely about 10 years ago, and I've shaved it on and off since then. But I've never done a wet shave, which is what this technically is. Although, ironically, I thought for some reason I was going to be, like, more white and stuff like that, you know, because it's like a full wet shave, like, to the absolute core. But, obviously, you know, your hair just obviously is there, isn't it? So, yeah. So, there you go. So now I look like a proper thug, and loving it. Let's discuss what this means. Well, this means that I'm going to be absolutely dedicated to my cause. So that is fitness, pure fitness, just getting as fit and healthy as possible. And if you want to follow me on that course, then obviously make sure you follow the channel and watch these vlogs, which I will be doing on a regular basis, where I discuss what I've been doing, how I've been doing it, and that sort of thing. I'm not an expert at fitness and anything like that, but I won't be able to show you the pictures today because I haven't even made them. I'm going to do them at the end of the day. Speaking of which, this is my last day of being fat, so it were. So I treated myself. I'm not trying to advertise. I'm not getting paid for this. Goodfellas, some cookies, and I got a, you know, pretty big tub of Ben and Jerry's chocolate cookie dough. No, not cookie dough. It was fudge cookie chocolate, something like that. Ice cream to enjoy throughout the day, and I'm also eating another meal later on. So, yeah, it's going to be my last sort of day of gorging. And then tomorrow onwards, I'm going to be incredibly strict with my diet, incredibly strict. So, I mean, I am pretty psycho. Like you can see I'm pretty psycho when it comes to sort of extremes. So I can switch it on and off like that. It's not a problem for me. I've also been working on this on and off over the years anyway. I've done sort of like fitness binges and stuff like that. So I've had experience, practice and working on that. So, yeah, let's just discuss a little bit of my experience at the hairdressers. So, yeah, they were very kind. The guy that obviously did the wet shave, was very sort of like very responsible and, sort of like nice about the whole thing. So I didn't get any sort of like strange comments or remarks like I would expect to do. Who's that? Anything like that. No. Went through the process, obviously shaved it off first. It went off straight away. It's very quick, sort of like shaving through my hair because it's quite thin anyway. And once that was done, it was a case of lathering up the head, sort of like, just to give it some foam so you can shave through it. And it actually took quite a long process. I got there about 12 o'clock, no, 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's 12:30 now because I push bike basically everywhere I go. So I biked into town and back. So 12 o'clock, and it finished about 12:55. So I should stand up a little bit higher. There we go. Or I can just pull this back because otherwise I'm falling out of sync with the camera. Hang on. There you go. You can sort of see what I would look like more on average. Yeah. So the process took about 50 minutes, so probably about 40-ish minutes of just sort of like wet shaving. And for some reason in my head, I just thought it was going to be kind of quick. I just thought, where you just go, like not like with the electric clippers, it's like razor, and that's why this went slow actually. So it's not a problem with me. Whatever's got to be done has got to be done, and I just figured it was just going to be like easy, but no, it's like very meticulous, very careful. Obviously, I have to be careful about a couple of moles. I think I've got a couple of tiny moles or something like that up at the top right, top back of the head, sort of like right hand side, and just got to be very careful with that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it took quite a long process, and then it was like just rinse it out, make sure it's as shaved as it can be, because that is literally, this is as low as it can go now. You cannot get any lower than this, other than when I do completely lose what is left of my hair. This is the lowest I can get it otherwise at this stage. And I was tempted to go for the eyebrows as well. My God, imagine that. Without the eyebrows. So funny. Yeah, that's a bit controversial, I suppose, but you know me. Right, yeah, no, I was just sitting there. There's other people having conversations. I'm quite a quiet person for the most part. Like, I was, nice enough and stuff like that. But otherwise, I don't have that much else to say. If I don't have much to say, then I just won't say much. But there's other people having conversations. And they were talking about FPS. And then I heard assault rifle, and I was like, oh, they're talking about gaming. And then after that, he said, but I leave my shotgun in the back. And I was like, in the back? What is he on? Of his car? Why you got a shotgun in the back of your car? Oh, they're talking about like sort of air rifle and stuff like that. Like, I used to be a paintball marshal, and there are people that take it very seriously. They have their own guns and stuff like that. And for this kind of a thing, it's shotgun. No, that's a bit extreme. We're talking about paintball here, but anyway, yeah, they're just trying to think of other things. Oh yeah, you might be wondering, like, did I bring a hat? Yes, I did. I actually haven't tried the hat on, because this may answer the next part, is did I just bike home as I am, or with the hat on? This is the first time putting the hat on since. Oh God. That is actually genuinely quite difficult to get that hat on. I'm going to explain this in a moment. But first, sort of like in terms of, I figured that since I'm going to be living this way, I'm quite a shy person really. But as you can see, I'm not so shy as to sort of like keep my hair the way it was or something like that, just in case what will people think. I'll do what I bloody well like, but I'm still shy about it. It's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, the funny thing is, this is a good sort of confidence booster to a degree. Is that, when I left the place, I don't have the luxury of just hopping into a car and driving home. I push biked. So this is like a long bike ride from town to home. That takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And it's pretty busy now because it's a lot nicer and pleasant. So there's a lot more people out and about. And the only way I could get out of town was to walk. Well, there's several ways I can go, but I went what was essentially one of the busiest ways. And it's like there's 3 bus stops in a row. So there's tons of people waiting at the bus stops. There's 3 buses. There's actually 4 buses. This is a long lane, sort of like parked one after the other. And there's people in there. And there's one guy with like a complete bald head as well, shaved. It's funny, I saw a lot of bald people on the way there to town, which was making me wonder, are these signs, or am I just noticing it more because of what I'm doing? But that's the thing. People don't really care. They don't, because it's the actual guy in the hairdresser, not the guy that was doing my hair, but another guy that was doing someone else's hair, sort of said, a lot of people they're actually more concerned about themselves than they are other people. They just take other people for granted. So obviously I would have probably turned some heads. I didn't actually ever notice anyone sort of like go like that or anything. Not that I was really particularly looking for it, because I was just acting as though this is like day 30 or whatever of me having a head shave or whatever. This is just a casual, normal thing for me, because that's how I'm basically going to treat it. It is now. This is what I am. Although I'll probably let it grow back a little bit more, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to have another head wet shave later on, like next month or anything. I don't know. But yeah, I had to walk through tons of people. Very busy town centre. This is like the centre of town. Like people crossing over, all of this. And then all the way biking home, there's loads of people. So I was going to wear the hat. I was going with that mindset. I'm quite likely to wear it, but I don't know. Because it wasn't super sunny enough that I could get away with wearing a hat and look all right. But I've got to... The whole point of this whole exercise thing is I'm going out more. I'm going to be going down to the town a lot, so I can go to the gym, which is where the gym is at. And I'm going to obviously be in the gym. I can't be wearing a hat in the gym. I'm not going to do that. And yeah, you just got to embrace it, basically, is what I'm saying. And that's what I did. And yeah, I feel quite fine about it. It actually feels really nice, honestly, walking around with like just fresh air on the head. It is really refreshing, honestly. And I'm a very low maintenance kind of guy, so this is going to be great. I can't wait for like the shower tomorrow morning, where it's going to take me 0 seconds to dry my head, whereas before, with that hair that I had before, not that it was even like that thick or anything like that, it still took it's like drying it and then drying it again. I don't hair blow because I sometimes get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. obviously stupid o'clock in the morning, and I don't want to wake everyone up. But yeah, that's the thing I was going to say. Regarding, it is freaking. You could light a match on this. It is genuinely, really, actually razor sharp to a degree. That's why I was struggling to put the hat on, because the inside sort of like material wouldn't let me freaking put the hat on. It's not as smooth as like obviously this part, which has got like nothing there. So I've got like fairly high receding hairline, but. The strange thing is I was always born with that, so that's not like I've actually lost any hair. I don't know what my hairline is going to be like. It's always been this way. But as for the actual hair that is there, freaking... I don't know if you can hear this. I think you could hear that a little bit. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. A bold new beginning, a bold new frontier, so to speak. I can't think if there's anything really else I needed to say other than just sort of my experiences. This has all literally happened within like the last hour to 2 hours, because I started that video just before going out and I've just got back now from town. So in essence, I'm going to be starting all of my fitness tomorrow onwards. There is a little snag though. It's my nan's birthday. And probably going to be going out for a meal, or if not for a meal, then getting like fish and chips or something like that. So I'm trying to work out the mentality. Like I say, I'm incredibly strict with my diet and stuff like that. What I eat, like I'll eat, absolute minimum fats and all that kind of stuff. Not a problem. I know you got to have fats, but I have it from like healthier sources and stuff like that. It's not. I know what I'm doing when it comes to that. But I think on special occasions like that, on the rare occasions where I'll actually go out and do something rare. Yeah, I'll just have like the fish and chips or whatever and just sort of grin and bear it. But otherwise, I'm going to be incredibly strict with it, and we're going to see how much progress I can make. I'll have to do my video later today where I do like measurements of the arms and the chest and the stomach and all that, so I can sort of measure my progress. I don't know if I'm going to do it once a week though. I think that might be a bit much. There was one time where I did it once a day, not like the measurements, but I did like a picture. Like I say, I've been phasing in and out of this over the years, so I'm kind of experienced when it comes to sort of like doing this whole fitness thing. But this time, obviously, it's a little bit more serious, as you can tell. So yeah, I can't really think of anything else, so that's it really, to be honest. So stay tuned, make sure you follow. I'll be putting more vlogs up when I get back from my nan's tomorrow, because we're going as a family, and I'll see if I can do some streaming then, and also make a vlog video. And I'm gonna make I'm gonna stream today as well, so I'm sure you guys that aren't aware of this are going to be soon aware of this from my other YouTube channel. So obviously I've got the two YouTube channels. This one you're seeing it on at the moment is youtube.com/witty1, and the video, or rather the other YouTube channel, is youtube.com/wittywarcraft, which is where all of my Warcraft 3 stuff went. Yeah, some of you still say, where are your Warcraft 3 videos? They're on a bloody another channel. They've been there for a year. I told you guys about this. Well, if you're interested in it, it's there. All right then, guys. You take care of yourselves. I'm going to try and take care of myself from tomorrow onwards. But for the rest of the today, I'm going to be very lax and eat some terrible stuff, because it's my last day, essentially. And then tomorrow, strict but fair. Firm but fair. A bit like my hair. All right then. Very firm. And whatever is there. Oh my goodness, I can't stop rhyming. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.